All right, what's up, guys? All right, cool. All right, so we got that there. Good. All right, guys, if you are in the chat, I am part of a project that I am helping. We are helping open a commercial gym. So, who's in the chat? Chess Devil. What's up, Chess Devil? Chess Devil, can you hear me okay? What's up, Chess Devil? Can you hear me okay? Nice. What you up to? So, let me know what you up to, man. What you up to this morning? Where am I going? Great question. So, this morning, you know, there's a giant commercial gym opening up. This giant gym is called a One Life. And I'm part of a team that's bringing the first One Life gym to this part of Georgia. I actually stopped my insurance business just to take over. So I'm a certified trainer and nutritionist and a sports coach, and this gym is looking to make about $100,000 a month. I'm trying to help them turn a gym into a multi-million-dollar complex. I'm going to be one of the trainers, and they're thinking about putting me as an assistant fitness director, which has always kind of been a dream of mine because I love health, I love wellness, I love all that stuff, and I love training athletes. So I might get the opportunity to be part of a multi-million-dollar corporation and help people. In our gym, we have partners with Mercer College, the medical center, and we're pretty much trying to take over all of the market. So that's where I'm going. So what are you up to? Oh yeah, it's awesome, dude. Absolutely wonderful, 100%. A lot of people thought I was crazy. A lot of people thought I was crazy when I stopped my insurance business and I wanted to get into training people and stuff. But I tell you guys, man, when I was in the Navy, and anybody that's in the chat, thumbs up. We're gonna just have a morning talk as I'm getting ready to go over to the gym. Nothing makes me happier than coaching people and getting people involved in the fitness and helping them change their lives. So the older that I get, the more I kind of turn into a servant. I'm kind of serving people. Like, yes, they pay me to train them, and yes, the gym's got me on a good program as far as the corporate side. But guys, I love training athletes. I love playing piano. I love talking philosophy. And there's a lot of people here that are just really encouraging. So I continue to stay in that community. What do we got here? Thumbs up. Hey, bro, what you doing? Drive carefully? Yeah, I'm driving carefully, man. I know it's... When I was in the Navy, I was used to being on comms and talking the whole time. I'm not saying you should drive and talk, but, you know, at the end of the world, it's my decision. If I die driving, at least you got some good footage, right? Just kidding. What you doing? Say my name, homie. I don't know what your name is. Who is it? Zara. Okay, cool. There you go, baby. Drive carefully. Absolutely. Absolutely. Double tap the screen and you're doing your life coming on, man. What's that? Oh yeah, double tap on the screen and it's a light, guys. So people come into my stream for a few different reasons. Some people come into my stream to listen to my music. Some people want to have a conversation. And then some people want to learn about lifting weights and how to build muscle and how to be athletic and how to eat. All those are topics on the table. So you guys got me for probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Let me check. Okay, cool. So, like, comment, and share. If you're someone who I met at one of the Legends Fitness and you're into YouTube, shout out to you. I hope you're having a good day. If you're one of the guys I met on a run and you subscribe to my YouTube, this is what I do, man. I go live. I'm not really big on editing. You're not going to get fancy editing from me, but what you will get is real authentic conversation. We're halfway monetized. Do a 6-7 driving, bro. How about this? How about I drive the way I want to? How about that? How about I drive the way I want to? What is this? I appreciate your concern, but let's be very real. You're probably gonna get entertained because I'm kind of blunt when I talk. Don't take offense to it, but you know, yeah, some of you guys that get on these chats just really make me laugh. Anyways, shout out down below where you're coming in from, where you calling from. Chess Devil said his exams were coming up. Okay, what kind of exams? What kind of exams do you have? Let's see. Fair enough. He said fair enough. Fair enough, Shawty. That's fair. I don't tell you how to do your life and you don't tell me how to do mine. Right? Now, that being said, you also always want to learn from people. So I'm always open for discussion. If you want some brain candy, my brain candy conversation is I like to study world religion, and I'm really fascinated with people and their desire to worship God. Right? Some people think I'm the Antichrist. Some people think I'm an atheist. No, I'm not. I'm not an atheist. I believe God exists, but I don't believe that God can be confined to one religion. So because of that, I like to talk to other people and understand kind of what they believe on that. Now, I love talking about religion and logic and all that. I also love talking about music theory, like FCGDAEB, Father Christmas God, Dad, and Electric Blanket. That's the circle of fifths. If you want to learn to play music, you should probably learn the circle of fifths. Learn common chords, sister chords, diatonic scales. I talk about that. I teach you guys this for free on my channel. Instead of you subscribing and having to pay for that information, you can come to my channel for free. And by listening to me talk, we can have an engaging conversation where you can take notes. Just saying, I do that for free. You have to pay a lot of money for a lot of people to get that information. I give that information for free. Terminal exam? What's a terminal exam? Well, being agnostic doesn't necessarily mean balance, Chess Devil. Being agnostic, I have an exam tomorrow, dude. Here I am watching you live legit. Okay, cool, Zara. What's your exam tomorrow and what type of exam is it? Good luck. Get some studying. Hey, study for 20 or 30 minutes, take a 5-minute walk. Study 20 or 30 minutes, take a 5-minute walk. Study 20 or 30 minutes, take a 5-minute walk. That's how I was able to have high GPA when I was in school. I never studied for more than 30 minutes at a time. Hyper-focus, 30 minutes, read, sit back for 5 minutes, take a walk, reflect. And then what that typically does is it causes you to remember versus memorize. That always worked for me. Agnostic. So being an agnostic believes that you're not convinced there is or there isn't a God. Okay, that's all agnostic means. So for me, I'm not agnostic because I think there is something. Now, I don't think it's a God of any religion. I don't think it's Shiva. I don't think it's Buddha. I don't think it's Jesus. I don't think it's Mary. I don't think it's the Dalai Lama. I don't think it's anything. I think the concept of God is greater than the human mind can conceive. And either A, there is no God, and we have a desire to worship, which that don't really make sense to me, because I feel in nature and music, I feel close to something. But I think the other option is there may be a power there that is so large and incredible, we just can't understand it. And if that's the case, I'm okay with that. Because it's just like, I don't know, man. I like, you guys in the chat, how many of you guys have actually traveled? How many guys you actually traveled around the world? How many guys like me? I'm in the United States. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? Duitashimashite gozaimasu kudasai. Ichi nichi sam, tagala tagala, nyamfut those up. Like, I've been to China. I lived in Japan for 3 years. I've traveled around the United States. My conclusion after traveling is that every culture has a way of expressing to something bigger than themselves. And I find that very fascinating that people do that. So what you think is there might be a creator? Well, it's not that I think there might be a creator that created the universe. I mean, that's plausible, sure. Chess Devil, that's plausible. I don't really see it that way, because I can't prove whether there's a creator or not. What I feel is that energy, frequency, and vibration. Think about Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla is probably one of the strongest men, not strongest, smartest men who ever lived. Nikola Tesla gave us Bluetooth, internet, AC. He said if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of frequency and vibration. Do I think there was a creator that just created the universe? I don't think so, man. I think the universe was kind of created by like a big bang. I kind of agree with that. But I think that it was just kind of like a natural course that happens in nature. If anything, I think there's a giant energy source and we're in a giant living organism. Like, think of your body, right? You have cells inside of your body that are going through cellular mitosis all the time. They're splitting and doubling. And if you look at the Large Hadron Collider, like in Zurich, Switzerland, when particles smash, you create universes. So I don't know if it was, I don't think God just said, boom, there's a universe. I don't believe that. I think the universe happened and there's a power that could have set things into motion maybe. But the logical paradox is none of it rationally makes sense. And if I can't logically and logically make sense of it, I just say I don't know. I try to fill in the gaps. I try to use a thought tree to connect it. But what I do know is it seems more likely that some versus it just happened randomly out of nowhere. Which I am not an atheist, but I have atheist friends who are really smart. They a lot of times believing that like the something comes from nothing. That's a really hard one to wrap my head around. But, you know, if you look out in nature, you have things like in the ocean swimming around and life just pulls up. The issue is we live such a short time on Earth. Our existence is so short. Our existence on Earth is so short that I just don't think we can comprehend an infinite anything. So I think the human condition is, you know, we have such a limited time on Earth. I just don't think we can, like, how do you say, comprehend it. We're not infinite. We're finite beings. What am I doing? Am I still driving from yesterday? No, this is a new drive. Nah, man. If I was still driving from yesterday, I'd have the same clothes on. Nah. I'm helping, we have a project. So the big project I'm part of with this big gym, we have a big corporate meeting. So I got to go to the corporate office. That's why I'm in khakis and a nice shirt, all pulled and decked out. Typically, you guys see me, I'm usually in what? A tank top and shorts and sandals. I don't really like dressing up, but I dress up at certain times because remember this, guys, there's a time to dress up and there's a time not. 99% of my videos, I'm going to be in a tank top wearing sandals, right? But when I go talk to the corporate team and we have professional people there, we're going to have a table of millionaires. And by the way, Chess Devil or Truth, you guys are my moderators. Can y'all translate, because I'm driving, can y'all translate what Eswaqua is trying to say there? Yeah. Tell them to translate into English, and do me a favor. Remember, if someone starts acting crazy, give them some warnings, but only time them out for a little bit of time, like 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. And if they act crazy, because sometimes I get like, my channel used to really promote Charlie Kirk and 1776 and Founding Fathers, and I had to stop doing that because I felt threatened by my family. There were some people that were starting to go after my family and stuff. So I kind of pulled off of that and started focusing on health and wellness, only because I still support the United States, don't get me wrong, but I'm doing that more outside of the internet. I'm doing it more on a private Discord or a private server that's not on here. So, well, Chess Devil, I appreciate that. I appreciate you being a good moderator. You, Cameron Porter, Truth, y'all have always been good. Now, you guys, you have me now for a few minutes. What is something that you're curious about that you can ask me? You can ask me about nutrition, how to gain weight, how to gain muscle, philosophy, music theory. Any of these things I am willing to talk about. Please understand, my goal in this channel is very simple. I simply would like for everybody to become smarter in some way. This is almost like a podcast to where I want to talk to you guys and then hear what you have to say, but you're going to type it. The only reason it's different is you're not here beside me, but treat it like a podcast. And let's have, treat this channel more like a podcast, right? And think of it like open dialect. That's the style I want this stream. I want an open dialect almost to simulate how a podcast would feel. I want to have open conversations with you guys about a lot of subjects, and let's just kind of get on some cool stuff. So ask me anything. Transfer my happy birthday to your father if possible. I will do that. I'm probably going to see my father this weekend. And yeah, Dad had a birthday. Really cool. It was really awesome. So I definitely like it when I get to go see Pops. We'll definitely do Chess Devil. We'll definitely do that. I will definitely transfer that to him. Speak Arabic? I don't know too much Arabic. That's one of the ones I haven't really, haven't had a lot of exposure to Arabic. That's one I don't really know. I think the Arabic language is really old though. What are we at, 169? All right, we're almost at Riverside. You guys got me for about, I don't know, 5-10 more minutes. I could stay longer, but there's a big project, guys. This project's gonna take a lot of energy. Nah, Dad's not coming to the live. Absolutely not. No. The only time I ever caught my dad on a live was when we were at a concert and I was filming the concert. It was the Van Halen Mammoth concert. His son, Eddie Van Halen's son, Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen. And Wolfgang Van Halen, I was filming the concert. I got some footage of it. And long story short, he popped in on stream. Dad doesn't like to be on camera, so it's okay. Maybe in the future one day he'll change that, but for now, nah. Look at them hands, man. See my hands? Been lifting weights hard. Hard, hard, hard. Look at those calluses, man. Woo, we've been trained like a monster. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dad's old school. Yeah, he's so old school, man. My dad's a freaking like Renaissance man, dude. He makes me feel like I know nothing in life because he's so good at everything, dude. Like I'm not stupid and I'm pretty well versed. I'm good at a lot of stuff that he's not, but when it comes to like practical living and stuff, he's just really good. He's a carpenter by trade. He can fix anything. It's just he's a good dude, man. What we got here? What is it? No, the driver's seats in the United States are on the left side of the car. So in Nepal, yeah. So believe it or not, I can relate to that. You know why I can relate to that? Because when I was in Afghanistan, I had to drive a stick shift. My left hand and the wheel was on the right. And I'm not gonna lie, that was tough. That was tough. Learning how to drive a stick shift that way. I learned how to drive a stick shift with the steering wheel on the right side when I was in Afghanistan, back when I was deployed. It was kind of funny. I was like, huh? This is interesting. Interesting. All right, and now it looks like the corporate team's out there. Probably wondering, who the hell is over there? Actually, we're gonna go over to the side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull over to the side and I'm gonna go in the back way. Because, let's be real, I'm one of those folks that like to stay in the back. Do 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 do. And do 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 do. You be a loaded a loaded gun complex, cock it and pull it. You gotta da 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 da. A loaded gun complex, cock it and pull it. Actually, these motherfuckers can't park. I'm gonna pull back over here because these fuckers parked on the line. Let's go back over here. Yeah, we're gonna park over here. All right, yeah. Hi, Adler, what you up to? What's up? You guys good? All right. Oh, shenanigans. Okay. Adler, what's up? All right, I'm going to go over here. We're a little bit early. We're going to go over here and kind of see. You guys, I'll see you next time. God bless. Adler, I'll say hi to you before I go. I got a corporate event I have to go help with. What you up to? See you tomorrow. Peace. You hear, Adler? Yeah. All right. Well, corporate events going on. I'm going to go talk to these guys. Kind of see what's up. We're going to kind of get an idea of who the team is and what's going on. See what's up. All right, the corporate game begins. God bless.